Hello again, everybody! Welcome back. I'm Mr. McSquare, and this is the Realm of the Hidden Creator. We're playing organic Minecraft, which of course is the basic game without any mods or cheating of any kind, because we don't like that kind of play. We want to play the game. It's fun. Challenge yourself. And today we're doing a map room. So the area that I've selected in the creator is marked out by these torches. I just marked off both sides to find the center of this bloody wall. And we'll dig our way into it. So there we have just the start of the center point. I'm going to expand it out, and I'm thinking it's got to be pretty. It'll be a big empty chamber, but we're going to use archways. We'll arch this up. So a little bit limited on the tools right now. I've got an iron farm, so I'm using iron tools like they're going out of style. But I gotta get my enchanting going and get the silk touch and everything else. But in the meantime, we'll make do with what we got. So again, keeping with the stone motif for the majority of the crater itself, I want to preserve as much of the stone as possible because replacing it's a pain in the butt. And then we'll do stone bricks for the outline. These stone bricks are going to be the pillars, and I'll turn them into archways. But first, we'll space them out. And then each pillar's got a gap of 5 blocks. And then we'll just put a simple arch in between. And for an archway, we'll just use the old upside down stairs. You can already see the arch coming together. And from a distance, it'll look even better. Always cut yourself a bit of slack because we're dealing with giant cubes. It's Minecraft. There we go. And I'm continuing the lines to give the illusion that the whole crater is supported throughout. We're not just slapping stuff on, that it's integrated. So that archway there, we'll just replicate it and of course light it up. And I like to just do the face of it first, and then we'll dig out the whole interior. Because if I don't like this, maybe I want it deeper, maybe I want it out further, maybe I want to change it. But I'd rather change a handful of blocks instead of the whole bloody complex. So we've got the exterior facade done, and then we just haul out a giant space. It's just a big giant hole that we can put maps in. And like I said, from a distance, the arches look a little bit nicer, a little cleaner. And the stone bricks, we continue it in the ceiling to make it look like a supported rafter. And we also left the lines in the floor itself too, just for that aesthetic design. The torches on the ground will disappear, and eventually we'll just stick light sources right into the floor itself underneath the maps. But maps, they take a whole lot of resources. So you can see we got the pumpkins in the floor. You won't even see them once they're covered with the maps. We added just a storeroom at the back. These are all just empty right now, but never hurts to have extra storage. And over here, this will be the room that I will contain a cartographer in. And there he is. So that little trap door over the doorway stops him from exiting because he needs 2 full blocks, and he is short 1 trap door to be able to walk out. Now we gotta level this guy up. That's going to take a whole lot of paper. It's offering us a couple of explorer maps, one to a village, one to a witch hut. But what I want is the next level, and the next level is going to take a whole lot of paper. A lot of paper. Especially now that he's leveled up, you can see you only get a fraction of what you used to, or rather it takes much more and it just looks like a fraction of movement. Because I want him to give me a trial chamber map. Okay, whole lot of paper. That's the problem. Paper comes from sugarcane. I guess we gotta make a sugarcane farm. And because there's limited space inside the crater, we're gonna put that farm right above the other farm. That way it'll look like it belongs. And we'll make it bee powered as well, so that the bees pollinate the sugarcane and the sugarcane will grow faster. Oh, what the heck. While we're at it, we might as well do bamboo too. So bamboo and sugarcane, we're going to put them on mud blocks. So just take some dirt, bottle of water plus dirt equals mud block. Now, why mud blocks? Because a mud block is actually just a fraction smaller than a dirt block. And what that lets you do is, you'll see as the build goes on, but it will let hoppers pull items right through the mud block. A hopper can't pull it through a dirt block, but it can do it through a mud block. So again, I just etch in the first layer of how big of a space I want, and those rows of scaffolding, they just mark where the pillars underneath are. So when I look at it from a distance for continuity, you see a pillar running all the way from the bottom all the way up. And then the second floor here, because the first floor has my potato farm. The second floor, I've got the support pillars all in line with the ones under it. So if you look at it from a distance, it'll match instead of looking mismatched. Now, reverse engineering this, we look at our output. The output is these chests. That's where I want the sugarcane to end up. And then I will build the farm so that it ends at these chests. I can always build up. I got almost unlimited space going up or deep, but down and forward, that's my limitation. So we'll build the farm up to this facing point. And then because a sugarcane and a bamboo farm are extremely similar, I'll build them right next to each other and make them the same dimensions. So I'm going to have 2 output lines and then 2 more output lines. Each of those double chests will be the end of an output line. This side over here will be sugarcane and the other side will be bamboo. So if that's where the chest goes, then we'll have to run hoppers into the chest. Oops. Easy to fix. We could have it all run into one double chest, but I don't want to do that. I want a double chest per line. Just, it gives me extra storage. Test it out. Test it by throwing a torch into each one. There should be one torch there. Yep. And one torch there. Yep. Okay, so the hopper lines work. Test everything. If you make a mistake, you want to find it before you cover it with 100 other different blocks. And again, like I said, we're using mud. Why mud? Because the hoppers will be able to pull items right through it, and then nothing will get stuck. Test it out. See, I threw my bed on top of the mud, and it sucked it up right away, put it down the hopper line. Good old mud. I like to see my builds, so we'll put a glass wall on it. Center line, we'll just fill it with stone shortly. Like so. By using raw stone, it looks like it was carved right in just the way it was supposed to be. Instead of the reality, which is I made a big space and then filled it in later. Okay, both sides are done. And a neat little water trick is to use stairs. I can flood the stairs with a bucket of water, and that'll count as a water source. But the direction that you face the stairs will control where the water goes to. And by using stairs or slabs or whatever your partial block choice is, you can run right across them and not get stuck. Whoa, visitor. You are not welcome here, sir. You are not welcome. Give me your bone meal. Anyway, without the interruption, back to building. So you can see the stairs are flooded, and we just run that line right around. So now there's a water block touching every mud block. And you can only place sugarcane on blocks that are touching a water source. And those flooded staircases all count as water sources. So this row, we'll use pistons. Sugarcane will grow, the pistons will knock it down, but by having the piston upper row, it of course keeps the bottom sugarcane planted, or bamboo on the other side. And then we don't have to replant things, we don't have to revisit things. Whoops, that's facing the wrong way. These are observers. As soon as anything grows to the observer's height, I'll have them all linked up that the entire row will fire off. Sugarcane grows to a height of 3, and bamboo grows even higher. But this system, as soon as the bamboo grows to a height of 3, it'll harvest it. You don't have to have it at a height of 10 or anything silly. Okay. In order to make sure that your observers are facing the right way, so I just gotta chisel out a workspace. And with that workspace, just so that I can make the observers face the correct direction. Redstone is required in between the observer and the piston, otherwise it won't fire. See? As soon as it gets above the observer line, it fires. It needs redstone. Try that again. So when it grows above, it'll activate. Oh, son of a... I fired out the other side. Okay. I gotta put the line in between. The observer to observer won't work. Darn it! I put it just one too small. One small. Just one wrong. Nope, this isn't good. Oh, man. Is it perfect? Nope. I gotta fix this. Well, we'll just fast forward this and get it done right. Okay. So I had them too close to each other, and then a couple hours later we fixed it. So it needed a one space in between. And the way this is set up is anytime those observers in the middle activate, both sides will activate. And that's fine. Got the redstone line on both sides. We'll cover it up. You're not going to see a thing. Okay. I'm putting a line of dirt on top. We're going to add flowers. And then we're going to make the bees fly over top yet again, so that the rate of growth for all the sugarcane is accelerated. And then as the bees fly back and forth from the flowers to the hives, they're going to give me free bone mealing. And it'll all be a contained system that I don't have to maintain. It'll just be ongoing. I just open up a chest to grab the goodies. Or at least that's the plan. More coal. Yum yum. Okay, so we got it. Okay. This is enclosed. I don't know if it'll get enough sunlight, so we'll put a light source down here. And again, I'm going to use jack-o'-lanterns. I'm just not going to have the scary jack-o'-lantern face sticking out, but jack-o'-lanterns will be in here. See, that's the waterlogged stair below. And these light sources will just be adequate for the plants to grow. That's all I need is the two, but I'm going to put it on both sides. There we go. Got our smoke line up. We'll cover that up with beehives. And I don't want smoke to be running everywhere, so I'll put a trap door above each one as well when I'm done. Lots of smoke. Okay, as of right now, this whole farm will function completely on its own, autonomously, which is what autonomous means. Anyway, we're just giving it some cosmetic decorations here. But the farm itself is actually running right now. You can see everything that I dropped below, it's actually getting sucked into the hopper system. And I can just pick it up out of the chests. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a layer of glass over everything and close it up. And this is bee control. Don't want the bees to get stuck anywhere where we don't want them to be. And they've got a clear path from their hives to the flowers. And whenever they return, they're going to give me free bone meal on the sugarcane. Or on the bamboo for the other side. And that's what it looks like. That's just the sugarcane side. We're going to absolutely replicate that right next to it. But instead of sugarcane, it'll be bamboo. Haha! The things we do for our map room. Okay. All that's missing is the bugs. And you can see she's already working. And we just make a little access area out the back. Okay. Again, using bamboo doors just like we did downstairs, so everything matches. And you can see I've already brought some bees in. And they're already working away. Nobody gets stuck. And as the bees work, I don't really need the honey because I got an entire honey set up on the floor below. But if I ever did, they're also doing their honey work. Really, I'm just, the bees are there to accelerate how fast everything grows. And they're doing it free of charge. Gotta like the bees. Bees, sugarcane, maps. All works together. Again, those same stone bricks, the stone brick lines that I put in the map room and down below, I continue that same theme through here. And that's my bamboo and sugarcane. Done! Access doors all bambooed up. Good looking little tidy farms. Bit of a pain in the butt to build, but when you got an idea of what you're doing, it all comes together pretty easily. And the bamboo grows way, way faster than the sugarcane does. These have been running for the same amount of time. You can see I got stacks of bamboo. And roughly 1 stack of sugarcane at the same time as I got about 6 to 8 stacks of bamboo. And then the good old cartographer. We can just give him lots and lots of paper. Gotta level them up, gotta get those maps. Success. Plus some emeralds. Nice. Sugarcane to paper. Paper to emeralds and experience points for the cartographer. And eventually this will let us find the trial chambers. So, that ends this episode. And on the next one we'll go to the trial chambers. See me then! Ha ha ha!